And I know your perspective on this, but is this report enough to change Jerome Powell's mind?
I don't know what Jerome Powell's framework is. I don't consider him to be a particularly effective or competent Fed chairperson. I think he needs to.
Not asking that question.
Okay, well, but it's important that I state
Yep.
that because I have a hard time getting inside of his mind.
Yep. That's
Because he doesn't seem to have an analytically consistent approach to this problem. One press conference, he's saying financial conditions aren't a concern. Another, he's underscoring them. He's confused real and nominal interest rates. I mean, he's much smarter than I am, but he clearly doesn't have training in this particular. Yeah, I mean, he's an established, successful private equity investor, among other things. But in this domain, he lacks training, and it's painfully obvious when he speaks. He gets concepts confused. So I don't have a lot of confidence in his leadership, and I think that's borne out by the inflation experience of the past 3 years, frankly.
So would your takeaway be that this report might not be enough to change his mind, but it should?
I don't think his mental framework is established enough to predict how he will respond to something like this. This could send him off the deep end in the other direction, like the parent who sometimes discipline their kids, other times they're very liberal, and the kid's behavior is all over the place as a result. I don't know. I'm stretching for metaphors here. Mike, help me out.
No, you're
You know
good.
what I mean.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't have a philosophy, an approach, a framework, and I think in the modern era, you need somebody in charge of monetary policy who does. I don't know how he thinks about the world. This could send him, again, over the edge because nobody wants to be called a wimp.
Yep.
And if he fails, he'll be one of the biggest monetary wimps in history. So he could overreact.
Mark, can you tell us how you really feel about all
But
this?
right,
Don't hold
isn't it
back.
true, though?
Can you please?
Does anybody remember Arthur Burns? Do you know the name Arthur
Yep.
Burns? He was Fed chair, and he was a Republican, conservative, CEA chair, intellectual giant, failure. His whole career was one success after another. He was a golden boy until he failed at the Fed. Now he's a poster child for monetary failure. But that's about to be updated with Jerome Powell's picture.
Whoa.
Right? Isn't
Happy
it?
Valentine's Day,
All right.
Jerome.
Big kiss to Jerome.
Well, Tucker, if we were ever going to have Jerome Powell on the show, I guess you can scrap that.
Oh, yeah,
much
he might
appreciated.
Check my
He might
calendar.
come
Do
on
it when
soon.
I'm on
Yeah, he's
vacation.
gonna yell
Yeah, he's
at
going to be
us.
showing up at Marc Fandetti's doorstep, not on the.
But
not on
I'm
the
saying he
Financial
could actually
Exchange show.
overreact here to prove his monetary masculinity
Because of you.
because of this
Thanks
show.
a lot. You might just send interest rates through the roof.